Well, good morning and welcome to First Things First. Today is Wednesday, October the 13th, and we're so glad that you're joined us today and so thankful for another day that the Lord has blessed us with. And I apologize for not being on yesterday morning. I actually just put the verse of the day on, but my wife had a great day Sunday and Saturday, actually, all weekend. Was feeling good and was able to come to church both services Sunday, and we praise the Lord for that. But Monday evening, she started getting sick again, and her stomach problems come back, and so I took yesterday off to be with her and to help her out. So didn't get to come up here yesterday morning and put a video on, but was praying for y'all and thinking about you all. But anyways, we just thank the Lord for the opportunity to be back and hope that you have a blessed day today. And remember that today is Wednesday and that we have our Wednesday night prayer meeting and Bible study tonight, and looking forward to that. So if you have a chance and you can come out and be with us tonight for our Wednesday night Bible study. Our verse of the day comes today from Jeremiah 29 and verse 11, and this is a very familiar verse. Most of us have it memorized, but we think about this especially in times of events such as graduation, maybe even weddings and different things. Uh, and it's something that we think of, whenever we get discouraged, maybe, or whenever we think about the future and wonder what the future holds for us, we automatically go to Jeremiah 29, verse 11, which says, "For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." And as we look at this verse, it is a very popular verse, very familiar verse, but to get the gist of what's going on, whenever this is being said, is God is speaking through Jeremiah to the people of Israel, and especially to those that had been carried away into Babylon. The Babylonians had come in and took people from Israel and Judah and taken them and scattered them about. And he thought that they could divide and conquer and use the smartest and the intelligent people, I guess, or the ones that could craft and had certain skills that they could use those in Babylon. And so the people were scattered about, and God is speaking through Jeremiah to give them um, a message that even though that they were not at home, even though that they were in a strange land in a foreign place, and even though that the conditions that they were in were not ideal, as a matter of fact, they were uh, far from being ideal. They weren't home. They weren't even close to it, but God was still seeing where they were. Uh, he was telling them, they didn't have to be in Israel. They didn't have to be in Jerusalem for God to see them. That even in Babylon, even in the hard times, even in the trials that they were going through, that God still knew exactly where they were and has had a plan for them, even in those dark places and those hard times that they were in. And he told them, said, "I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." And that just should reassure us that with God being the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And I know that this message was specifically for those that were scattered about the Jews that were scattered about throughout the land and the places there in Babylon. We can look at it today and know that God is still God. He's still in control. And no matter what we go through, no matter what heartache, no matter what problem that we face, that God has an expected end for you. There's a time and there's a place, there's a certain way pointed unto each one of us that we are to leave this world, and He's got an expected end for us whenever we leave this world and we go home. But even while we're down here, God still has a purpose and a plan for each and every one of us. I believe that. And it's up to us to choose to follow in His paths and in His direction, and to choose who we would follow, whether we follow God and follow His plans that He has set for us, or if we turn our backs on God and we walk our own ways. I encourage you this morning to follow God's plan. It may not seem perfect. It may seem hard. It may seem tough at times. It may seem like it takes a long time. Jeremiah here talks about that they would be in this land for 70 weeks, and that they would be going through these problems and going through these heartaches. It wasn't going to be quick. It wasn't going to be easy, but God was still going to be there for His people. Just as He is today, He's still there for you, and He's still there for me if we just follow His directions of His paths. So if we will look at these things, not get discouraged, but be faithful, just like He was trying to tell the people here to be faithful, even in the trials, even in the heartaches, even in the captivity. Be faithful, and God has a plan for you, and He has a plan for me. So let's keep these things in mind today. Let's remember to keep first things first. Let's remember to just trust Him in all that we do, and what He says for us to do. So trust the Lord, keep first things first, and may God bless you as our prayers. And we hope to see you again right here tonight at our First Free Will Baptist Church of Morrison City. May God bless you as our prayers. Good morning, Brother Keith, and hope you have a great day too. God bless you, brother.